I forgot my camera. Hold on. Hold it down. Whoa, there we are. Hello. Hope everyone is doing alright. Whoa. Hello. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the freaking internet. Tis I, the Fat Wagnet, as always, coming to you live. There's a squirrel outside my window. Yes, there is. First and foremost, we need to figure out how big this thing is before we are able to move on at all. I would like to see how big this is. Like, how many? Are any of those suspicious? Does not appear so. I think that might be the end right there. So we gotta go. Hey, come here. Come, Echo, come. That's enough. That's enough. There's no reason for that. Alright, so... Oh, I still have... That's weird. I still have his stream open. Whoops. Okay, there we go. So we need 4 more blocks, it looks like, until this side is completely uncovered, and then we gotta do the other side. This thing is absolutely ginormous, by the way. Okay, so 4 blocks should be more than enough now. Let's go ahead and knock this all out, and then we can just kind of roll. If we get this all gone, we're good to go. And that should be this side completely dug out of our, whatever this is, rune marker, trail marker, whatever the hell it's called. Archaeological dig, I don't know. Some name that I don't know the name of will be dug out, though. We got a little bit more of what I think is the pathway to go, and then we'll be good. Are you inside my... You are. You are inside my perimeter. How rude. Alright. So we gotta do this side, and then we gotta do that side over there, and the entirety of this thing will be taken care of, and that's great news. Because I've never seen what one of these looks like before without, like, removing anything. Well, actually, I've never seen one of these in Minecraft at all, but it's a lot bigger than I originally had guessed it would be. And, like, there's some things I couldn't even guess or have any idea what the hell they could be. But it is cool looking. So we have to do this side, and then we have to see how many we have to dig out on the other side, which I'm sure is at least 2 blocks. Could be as many as, like, 6 blocks, though. Echo, that's enough, Bebis. Also, I need to turn my fan on. It's hot in here. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Got our fresh cup of coffee. We got some Minecraft. We just are gonna roll. That's the edge right there, and eventually we'll do something with this. I don't know what, but I do feel kind of compelled now that I've dug the whole thing out to show it off in some capacity. So I guess we could technically put this whole thing in a mountain. I don't know if I want to do that, but we could. We very well could. But that also sounds like a lot of freaking work. Like, it was a lot of work just to dig this thing out. To make it accessible and all of that other shit will take a very long time. But it looks cool, so I will keep it. Do wonder how many more blocks we have to go on the other side, though. Like, is there going to be more that we have to excavate over there? Or is this the it? The end? The end? Yes. No actual idea. We'll continue to throw our stone away because we don't need it. And at least, I don't know what this will do for us, but I'm sure it will help in some meaningful way at some point. And that's all that really freaking matters, I think. So we'll do this side, and then I think that will be it. It'll be all the parts of this, and I know that this is just like the road part right here, but I don't know. Maybe we try to do like a recreation of what the hell they thought they were making over here, or something along those nature. I don't know. It feels right, but it also feels like just wrong to leave this random fucking thing over here, because it makes no damn sense. Like, that's the road, but then what exactly? I don't know. I actually have zero inclination of what to do with it. All I know is it was very important for the time to dig it out. And that is just what we have freaking done, let me tell you. We have dug it out, and we feel pretty good about it. Burned through like 5 pickaxes, burned through like 20 Minecraft days doing it, but worth probably. Ooh, hold on. This is a little loud, just a smidge. There we go. A little bit loud. Oh, there is some gravel in there that we need to get rid of as well. Shit, that was a fucking suspicious one. Damn it! Oh, I'm so bad at detecting where the suspiciousness is. These are suspicious anymore? Okay, so got all of that. And we can just hop on up here to get the rest. Can hear a lot of mobs as well in the nearby vicinity, which I don't really care about, to be honest, but, you know. We care as much as we need to care about it, that we should probably go in there and light it up at some point, but whether that's a thing for right now, I don't know. Remains to be seen. Can you tell that I'm procrastinating working on the damn mountain? Okay, can you freaking tell? If not, we're procrastinating the mountain. Just a smidge here. Go to the mountain. I mean, you could make me go to the mountain. You could. There is a reward that forces me to go and work on the mountain. That is a thing. Have you heard our remix yet, by the way? I don't know if you have or not. If not, you should use some of your channel points and play that remix. Because my chat got me to say something, and yes, it is their fault, 100%. And since they got me to say it, I decided to embrace it, and I had a remix made of what I said. And it actually turned out far better than I could have ever imagined, to be honest. You also can play the original, too. We now have that sound effect queued and ready. So if you wanted to hear the original, you could also. I don't really want to work on the mountain, though. It's good coffee. Yeah, we've been digging out this trail marker, whatever the fuck it's called, for like since yesterday. It took like 3.5 hours to dig out all of this. And that was just really an effort to get distracted a little bit and not work on the mountain. And I didn't expect it to be as large as it is here. Like, it ended up being like 40 blocks wide or some shit. And I just didn't expect that, but I do like it, and we're going to make it part of our world for sure. Good. Last layer here. And then the whole trial chamber has been excavated. Which we probably could have kept the bottom, but it's fine. For now, it can float. Alright, that's it. And let's go and see if we can find this cave now. We need some torches. What's the remix redemption? It's called... It's 1,000 points, I think. It is the Daddy remix. It is the Daddy remix.
Force me. Force me. Force me. Force me. Daddy. Force me. 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 Force me, Daddy.
I let it speak for itself.
Force me, Daddy. Daddy. Force me, Daddy.
Yeah. It turned out far better than I could have asked for, to be honest with you. I was not anticipating it to come out like that, and it just kind of did. And so we embraced it, and we sent it. We put it in there. It does have a 10-minute cooldown, though, because even though I thought the price was, like, pretty steep, you know, I was like, ooh, I don't really want that going off, you know, every second. 1,000 of your precious few. You're definitely no longer the leader anymore, by the way. Like, not even close. Not even close. You only have 36k. Yeah, I think Latte currently has like 58,000 or 60,000 or somewhere around there. He might even have more because he's been hoarding points for so long now. So it's hard to tell how many he actually has. Personally, I think the remix is well worth 1,000 though. It is very good. It is well worth 1,000 points. It does have a 10-minute cooldown, just in case people want to go crazy. I have restricted it a little bit. It's like one of the only rewards that has a restriction. All right. I don't really want to dig up the rest because the rest is just pathway right now. I do want to go into that cave, though. Let's go get distracted for a little bit longer. And we'll do that. Oh, yeah, we finished the river since you were last here. And the waterfall. And we got pretty damn far in this mountain. We've made a lot of progress in the last 78 days or however long it's been now. The 17th is the day that I got the streak going, the 17th of September. So however long that is now. However long it's been. Hell yeah. Mastered the mute button there. Let's get some wood so we can go explore that real quick. Is it the mute button on Discord? You know what? It is the same button, actually. That's kind of funny. 'Cause I fucking fucking heard it. I did forget that it is the same mute button, and they're staggered. Like, currently Discord is muted, and obviously this is not muted. Yeah, that is a little bit of an oversight. That's actually low-key fucking funny as shit. That's so funny. Oh, God. I didn't even consider that, to be honest. I literally, like, did not consider that they were the same button. I just had oh, that's great. Yeah, that is a thing. It is a thing. I should probably change that button, eh? Should probably change that button a little bit. Wow, there was very little here that was actually, that was actually not lit up. That is very not exciting. Alright, let's just bop this dude on the fucking head. Get rid of him and his block treachery. I gotta remember to manually mute then if I'm gonna sneeze, I think. I also still have your stream up, by the way, so like I can see you playing games if and when you decide to play games. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we can continue either this or we continue the mountain. Don't really feel like mountaining right now, so. What are you doing over there? You're like flipping back and forth on the thing. I can see it. It's like phew, phew, phew. Oh, I do have to turn your thing down, actually. Hold on. I did forget that was a thing. There we go. Mute that. And I can still watch you, but I don't have to hear it. And that'll work. Alright, I guess we'll work on the damn mountain, since the little cave adventure turned out to not really be a cave adventure. Oh, Lord. It's funny. Oh, sorry. I'm still laughing about that. Alright, let's get rid of all of this shit. Let's get rid of the coal and put that here, I guess. Put torches here, put that there, put our hoe down, brush down, and let's go ahead, get some stone, and start the mountaineering process. Despite my not wanting to, we need to finish it, so I guess let's just send it and hope for the best. I don't know why, that's still so fucking funny to me. Okay, alright, I'm good. I'm good. We're good now. I kinda am over playing some Deckhammer today. I keep getting my ass handed to me lately. We got one of the hardest achievements, though, and we have like 10 left to go, but they're just attrition at this point. Like, they'll happen. It's just a... Is he conning you out of your points? He hadn't heard it before. He had to hear the remix. How would he know how worth it is if he didn't do it? Plus, Khan has less points than Latte, so it's fine. Usually I get nothing. I have done some things, okay? In the process of hashtag not professional streamer, we have done some things. So now there are actual like sound effects on a lot of the things. The remix affects a person. he is not okay. Can confirm not okay. Just a ball in the corner crying. Yeah, that's fair. It's funny because you are also over in the corner of my screen, and I'm watching him play Jarvan in League of Legends currently. He's hiding in a bush. Enemy team, he's in a fucking bush, bro. It'll be fine. Nah. Never recover. It's also funny to me that no one likes to hear the original one, but they do in fact want to hear the remix one, which is very funny to me. Like, I guess it makes sense because one of them has a song and one of them doesn't, but like, if you didn't redeem them, you wouldn't know that, right? Anyway, how you doing today, Lighthouse? How you doing? We are confined to our mountain building because we ran out of trail rune or whatever to excavate over there. So now we have to do the thing of the mountain. And you all know how much I love building this mountain. Pretty well. Good. Checks points. I don't know what you're eyeballing. Are we eyeballing a parrot? Are we eyeballing... I do think I can kind of set something up to keep track of your points, by the way. I was looking into it. And you can kind of have the bot detect when a user joins your stream for the first time. And then from that, I can add you to a list that keeps track of the first time you spend any points. And then it can calculate how many hours you've spent in the stream, and I can do like math to determine like how many points you actually have. Which I kind of want to do, especially if we can get it in place before Latte is able to spend his 100,000 points, and that way I know just how much points he has and when he'll be redeeming something. Because right now it's just like a game of caution. It's a cautionary tale. Trick us into leaving. No, I just want to know when it's coming. Right now, I have zero indication of whether or not a reward is coming or not, and I would like to know. Like, you know how it gives you guys the alerts like, hey, you have 2,500 points. You should check out this redemption point or whatever. So it was never about the points at all. Of course not. I am like Dr. Disrespect. My character is a point gremlin. All right? I feed on the points that are given out freely from Twitch for my channel, which is fucking rude. And so we play the character of the Point Gremlin to ensure that you feel bad about using your points or not using your points, and so that I get them back very effortlessly. We work hard to do this, and eventually I will get like a little skin that I can pop up. It's on the list. This is a thing that's going to be on the list for a very long time, to be fair, but I'll take 8 sticks, please. I mean, you're welcome to redeem it 8 times if you would like. But I would really like to do that. I want to get, like, commission an artist and have them make, like, a little gremlin. Your finest ones. I mean, I can craft new sticks for you if you'd like, instead of the ones that have been sitting in the chest getting all moldy. Or I guess we can go to the desert and I can punch some dead bushes and get sticks that way. Or we can go and chop down a bunch of trees and get sticks fresh from the tree. Those are your options. Harry, hush. Hush. You really don't want to do this much? No, I don't. And we're on day 1922 right now, and part of me really, really, really wants to finish this before day 2000. But part of me is really hoping that someone gives me a distraction reward that makes it so I don't need to work on this mountain. Like, genuinely. Save me from this mountain. The worst part is, like, we can see the edge over there, right? We can see the edge of this wall over here. However, obviously, we still have to do the back, which is going to be a bitch. And I think I did that way too close. Like, it needs to probably go back another, like, 30 blocks or whatever. And then there's that wall way over there, which we haven't started. So I just know how much is left on this mountain, and I don't know. If we don't get distracted and we focus as hard as we can, we could finish this part of the wall before day 2000. We absolutely could. I have no doubt in my mind we could finish this before day 2000. But I don't know if I have that level of willpower, that level of commitment. I really don't know if I have it in me. Because it is rough. For whatever reason, when I was placing glass in the river, for example, like, it kept my mind occupied because I was, like, switching between, like, 12 different blocks, right? But here, it's just one block. Indefinitely. Forever. One block of stone for eternity. Until we finish it. So, yes, I am definitely wanting someone to use their distraction points. Like, Khan, for example, he could be the distraction that I need. He has 36,000 points. With 36,000 points, he could make us start the Nether Hub. And then we wouldn't have to worry about the mountain because we could just work on the Nether Hub. Also, in a random side note, I have now made 27 of the 200 sound alerts that I need to make. by the way. I have not added them into the queue, but I have created 27 of the 200 different sound effects because I'm a little bit of a sociopath in that regard. It's a lot. It's a freaking lot, man. For those of you who are wondering, like, what the fuck I'm talking about, Twitch allows you, or Streamlabs allows you, I think it's Twitch, to do between 1 and 200 gifted subs. Now, I don't ever expect to get a 200 sub thing in a single thing, because that's like $1,000, and who the fuck does that? But still, I want to do all 200 sound effects. So if you gift between 1 and 200, at some point I will have it so you can have one of 200 different sound effects, which is kind of crazy behavior, to be honest, but I kind of feel like it is justified a little bit. Do you feel like it is justified? And I've also had fun making them, so that's kind of the reason I want to do it. But yeah, 1 through 200 is the goal. So 200 random sub alerts, and it'll be a lot. It'll be a lot, but it won't be that bad. I actually kind of like this, by the way. Just looking at that, I know I had my conflictions about it before, but I actually kind of like the corners because they're different like that. Adds like a little bit of je ne sais quoi, you know? Con, why every time I look over there are you a gray screen, by the way? Just always dead. Not going to. Rude. Fucking rude. What do you think? Do we try to finish this today? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how many wide this is, so I'm not guaranteeing shit, but we're going to work on the damn mountain. Mountain until there is no longer any mountain to work on, I suppose, or until we find something else that distracts us a little bit. I also need to decide about this. Like, what do we do with this? Do we chop this off, like, at the top? Add, like, different layers to this? I have no idea what to do with this. Or we just remove it completely and do something ourself, I guess? I don't know. No idea what I actually want to do with that, but we'll figure it out, I suppose. Good. We do something like that and just continue on upwards here. All right. You do anything fun today, Lighthouse? You go ice skating? Did you build a snowman? Do you have snow over there? I don't know. I actually have zero idea if you have or have not snow over there. Sure you do. The UK has to have snow. Like, there's no way that it does not. Wait, it's the other side of the world. Does that mean it's summer for you right now instead of winter? Or is that, like, more Australia? Not enough snow for a snowman yet. But there is snow. What What are those chests? I completely... Oh, I know what they were. They were for the... Yeah. They were for the auto smelter that we tried to build and then later tore down because it just was kind of shit. Bum, 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 dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. Over here. Little by little, you just kind of push it together, and that creates this shape. You just kind of confine it till you cannot confine it anymore. And then you add some bits and bobs once you get to the edge. Something like that. Yeah, it looks so close, but this is like 4 hours of work just to get all of that done, by the way. Yeah, I don't know if that'll be a thing today, but we'll see about it. We'll see. Here maybe, yeah. Feels like I am not making progress on this. Like this hill is absolutely enormous. And it doesn't feel like it until it does, and then you're like, oh, why is it so large? Who did this? Who would make such a monstrosity? And of course it was me, because, you know, sadist over here, masochist over here. Alright, now it should start to plume outwards just a little bit. I think we'll give this, like, I don't know, an hour of time here-ish. And then we'll figure out something to distract us with for a little bit. Maybe cutting down some more trees or, you know, what have you. There we go. Bum, bum. Here, up here. I don't know what I want to get distracted with today. Maybe we want to go and make some more trees or something. Not sure. We could work on, like, the housing over here. We could start work on the castle. Like, plot it out or something. And just try to get the shapes right. I don't know. The world is our oyster, obviously, so we can do whatever it is we want to do. But part of me is, like, knows that I really should finish this. It's a constant confliction, though, because I'm like, God, this sucks. Maybe if I can start detailing it, I will feel better about the prospect of the mountain, but that is also not in the cards right this second. We need this backdrop here for me to understand how we even want to put up the back on it anyway. Can do that. And leave just a couple out. Very quickly. It's expanding. I don't love that. Let's do this, this. That one can stay down. Good. fine. Yeah. Holy crap. Same level, different category. Wonder if anyone else that like plays Minecraft builds like this, where they have zero idea what the end project is actually going to look like. They just kind of wing it and hope that it looks good in the end, or like add things to it to continue to make it look good. I feel like most people like go ahead and just plan everything that they want to do, though. Whereas like we made a pathway and we're like, this is our pathway. I guess we'll go with it. And then I've kind of added some houses, and I'm like, the pathway doesn't actually work for what we wanted to do, and we just changed the pathway. It's very, very patchwork style, though, which is something that I don't feel like a lot of people do. Etho, but I feel like he's probably one of the only few that builds patchwork and doesn't know like what the hell they're building in the end. Okay, we can go up again. If we build through the night, though, you see we actually gain a lot more time. And then our Minecraft days stop going up as fast as they were. We are able to gain double the amount of time that we would have had. And part of me think that's a good idea, but the other part's like, holy crap, this is still going higher, too. I did not expect that to still be up. Okay, let's do that. And over here. Alright, 3 more layers, and then we should be able to put the cap on it. There we go. Something like that. Beautiful. Took most of our inventory. Not too shabby. Let's fly up to our little platform right here and see what we got going on. Yeah, you can't really even tell that I'm going this way yet. Like, you can tell a little bit, but not a whole lot. I think we're going to dig that out, by the way. Okay, what do we want to do? Next part of the mountain or something different? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's still like 25. Holy shit. Ah! Don't want to start that. Do we want to start the digging and or the island processes? Maybe. Either that or we start this area. Digging. You think I should dig? We could dig. We do have the means. We might find fossils. No, I don't think that's how that works. I think they are like very near to the ground. But I'm not sure. We're going to need a lot of beacons, though, if we want to do that. Well, we need one beacon, I guess. And we can just move it as we need to. 2 and 36. 1. I also don't know how you're supposed to get down into the shallows, by the way. It's something we should probably figure out at some point. How to get from here, this cliff, down into the shallows. Also, a lot of zombies below us. That's where the Hall of Heroes is gonna go. Latte doesn't know that yet, but that's where it's going. That'll work. Alright, let's just sleep. We'll set up our bacon, and I guess... I feel like it would be easier to put the islands down first, but we're not really in the business of making things easy on ourselves, right? Right? Yeah. Okay, I know what I want to work on, actually. I am going to work on closing in the river, quote-unquote river. Like, we have it just weirdly cut off here right now. And I need to make something that surrounds here. Like a decent walkway around here that we can have, like, so you can, like, look into the river and stuff. And then maybe we add, like, some lily pads sitting in the water. The glass water. Could be kind of cool. Easiest for wimps, yeah. I mean, you've seen the way that we build, so. Alright, so would we want it to follow the same scale as this, I wonder? Like, would we want to do a... Well, there's no top, right? So I guess we don't need to do a gradient like that. We can do, like, a mossy gradient, I guess. Like, follow that portion. Let's get the shape right first, and once we get the shape, then we'll figure it out. Where's my dirt? There it is. All right, scaffolding out of dirt so that we can see what the hell we're doing, and we'll go. So I'm thinking that this needs to be pretty large. So let's say that it starts over here, right? And this is all things that we need to get rid of anyway, probably. Yeah. So we go all the way up here to where the mountain is starting. Tear out all of this. And we want to do like a pretty large area, I feel like. So let's just try it like this and see. Yeah, it's obviously bigger than the first round that we drafted here. All right, so let's try that. That should be pretty large, and it needs to go up to what level? This is 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We probably want to go all the way up to there. which is not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and make the shape first. And then once we find a suitable shape that we enjoy, then we'll go from there. So we kind of want it to be like a nice curved path here. And this is the one side of it, that is the other side right next to the river there. So we probably need to fill that in as well so that we know, hey, you don't need to touch this. You don't need to touch this. Do not touch under perjury of death and destruction. Don't do it. So we'll fill it in with the material that I like shouldn't ever use or need. And then if I see it, I'm like, oh, what is this? And then I kind of remember to myself, hey, you don't actually need to do that because you have the thing here, you know? Whatever block that is. Or we just fill it with dirt because we have a lot of dirt. I don't know. I feel like it should be out of diorite though, because if we put polished diorite in there, there's no way I would ever dig it out and be like, what the fuck is this? Unless I forgot that I was the one that placed it, I guess. But what are the odds of me forgetting anything? That's crazy talk. We don't forget things. We don't forget things. All right, like that. This feels too close, doesn't it? Feels a little too close. Let's go ahead and push this back a little bit then. Little bit too close for my liking. Alright, so we want to probably go like that far, I would guess. Something like closer to that. That feels a little bit large, but I think I'm okay with it. Okay, and that should feel pretty good. We'll have to see from the top here to see if this is actually too big or if this is going to work. Something along those lines. Where's my nearest pillar? Right there. Let's fly up here, I guess. Take a look. It's not a very good area to see this from. Let's try again. Try from this pillar, maybe. That section feels much too big. That seems fine, but this seems too big, so we need to fix that. A lot of trial and error to get this shape right here. Most of the shape looked pretty good, but some of it is not quite there. So let's try go in just a little bit more in this kind of a direction, I think. Like that. That seems a little bit better. Let's take a look. I need to build another pillar so I can look at this from wherever we are standing and not from like a million miles away. Yeah, that inner line looks a lot better. lot better. So let's get rid of this outer one because it is in the way. It does not work. Alright, and then we need to get rid of the stone as the outline because the stone is also not the correct outline. And then we either leave this completely open inside of this, or we fill it completely. Do we fill it completely? I don't know. I don't know. Or do we just slab it and call it a day? Slabbing it, lighting it up, calling it a day seems the easiest route here. Filling it up guarantees that nothing can ever spawn in it. I mean, we could just use stone, right? Just use stone. And you can see here, there's like some shoddiness. I think I'm actually going to fill this in with like stone or something so that we know not to mess with it. And then what blocks do we want to do next to the river? Do we do like mossy cobble? Do we do like green concrete, green terracotta? What did we use there? Is that concrete or is that terracotta? What are you? Concrete. It feels good though. Or do I want to do like a very stark contrast here? I think we may want to do a stark contrast, which means we're going to need diorite, bone blocks, calcite if we can find it. All right, where's our stone? Take the stone and let's go ahead and fill this bad boy up completely. Goodbye, sheep. You'll be not really missed, to be honest. Not really missed. Okay, let's just do that. And we're gonna fill the entirety of this in, I think. It just feels correct so that we don't have to deal with it. So anything underneath the river here needs to get filled in, and then we need to fill in the base. For once, we're not going to take the cheap route out of this, and we'll actually fill it in, whereas normally all we do is light it up and add slabs to the bottom. And it's a lot less that we have to do. In this case, though, it doesn't feel quite right. There's a lot that could potentially spawn under here, and I don't really want to deal with it. Alright, let's get it going. We don't need to do the dirt because the dirt is where the outside ring is going to start. Rude ass zombie. Feel like we need to fill this in too, actually. Because once we cover this up, all of this is susceptible to spawning, and we don't want that. We don't want anything spawning in here where we say it's not allowed. Ow. We're not going to be able to do this in the night, are we? So we're going to need to sleep. Let's sleep. Also, we have ads. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, let's fill this in. You will be spawn proof one way or another. Even if we have to take the long way, it needs to happen. We're also going to have to mine the outline of this so that we know not to go any further. And we're also going to have to figure out what that block is too, because it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long, long time. Hi. What's up, puppers? Huh? What you doing? Hello. Hello. Oh, the sweet girl. Oh, I wasn't done. Sorry. My bad. I was not done petting you. How dare me for thinking that I was. That's my bad. That's my bad. Oh, still not done. Okay, I understand. Sorry, I only have one hand right now because Pupper is demanding attention, so. Hi. What are you doing? She gets her attention, and then she's like, okay, I'm good for a little bit. Don't touch me anymore. I'm good. We'll probably bring stone up to that layer if I had to guess. So let's do the bottom first, and then we'll do the rest. Any holes in here we need to fill up completely so that nothing can spawn in it. And this is one of those things that if I had known a while ago what I would be doing here, I wouldn't have dug this out in the first place, but we make zero plans here, so yeah. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of extra work, and that's okay. It's okay. Got a hole. Bum, 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 bum. We go back and forth, we place as much stone as we can, and we're gonna do just level with the water, and then I may or may not fill in the rest. We'll see. We'll also have to get a block palette together and see what we can come up with there. This is how much is in here? How deep does this go? Not too bad. All right, so this has got to get filled in then. Could just light it up and seal it off, but we really, really want to try and make this as mob-proof as possible, and the easiest way to do that is to fill it in. Then you don't have to worry about an Enderman's randomly down here, zombies randomly down here. They got stuck, they're holding an item, and they'll never despawn. It's simpler to just get rid of it in one swoop, and then from there, you never have to worry about it again. It's weird that I am still placing stone, by the way, even though I kind of bitched about placing stone. It's different because it's not on a mountain. Plus, we're trying to make something nice and pretty over here. Good. All right, all of that's filled in. Excellent news. All right. This will probably take us like, I don't know, 30-ish minutes just to seal this bad boy like this. And then after that, we can go and get the materials for the wall. And I do think I want it to really, really contrast the water. So I'm thinking like bone block. I'm thinking like quartz maybe. Snow. Oh, we're out already. Weird. Like very, very white blocks. And then I think I want to add like some yellowish in there as well. Like some birchwood or something maybe. It's going to take us a long, long time to dig this out, by the way. It's absolutely okay, because we knew that we were not going to finish this entire build before day 2000. It was much, much too big of a build, and it's crazy. Because I saw the recording that I did when we started this base. And when I started it, what was here was a village. Like, the terrain was not here. Like, this has been a long freaking time in the making right now. But nice and easy. We're actually going to do this properly. We might as well. Where am I going to get my bone blocks? That's going to be a problem. We might need to make a moss farm again, because we're going to need a lot of bone blocks. So we may have to do that. May have to remake our moss farm. Or remake a really good moss farm, either way. A better moss farm than the one that we created. Because the one that we made, it doesn't produce enough bone blocks as we are going to need. We're going to need a lot of them. Especially if that's our block of choice here, because you see how long this wall is, right? And if we choose that on the wall here, then we're going to have to do that in other places as well. Either that, or we have to go and finish the Guardian farm, which I don't really want to do right now. Yes, we could, but I don't really want to. Because we could also use dark prismarine for the wall. But this area is also going to be very bright and colorful, so it's possible that we want to go dark in here too. I'm not sure. Is absolutely possible that we want it to be dark, because it's going to be underwater in here anyway, so we have to figure that out. Do we want it to be vibrant so you can actually see where the wall is, or do we want it to be less so, I guess? What's the deal with this? Let's go like that and fill this in as well. Don't want to leave this random crack in here. Good. Alright. And I do feel like we need to fill in this portion as well, even though actually, it's not very important that we do that, because nothing can spawn in midair there. Whatever. Let's just do it. Only take an extra like 2 minutes. Or so. Okay. One layer almost complete, and then we just got to do it 2 more times, and we're good to go. What do you think, chat? Light or dark for the wall here, the outside wall? Like, if it's light, it clashes with this. If it's light, it clashes with that. If it's dark, it also clashes with both. So I'm not really sure which one to go for right now. Not really sure on that. so these can be picked up right now. So let's cover those so we don't have to worry about it. Flip a coin. Could do that. We could do that. Okay, that stuff cannot be picked up anymore. Let's sleep so that we can actually work on this in peace. Would you like to call it lighthouse? Heads, we do light. Tails, we do dark. Coin flip. Tails. What did I say tails was? Was tails dark or light? Hardcore totemless, no sleep, no hiding at night. Dark. Okay. Yeah. Meh. Just while I'm trying to build something like out in the open, no torches. See, that doesn't really add to like the creativity problem though. That adds to like difficulty scaling, and I don't really care about that, to be honest. If I wanted to do that, we would just add RL craft into this world, and then, you know, it would be very difficult. You have to worry about hypothermia and insanity and nausea and poison and, you know, whatever. When I add rules, too, I don't want them to be difficult, per se. I want them to be enabling of a creative process. And that's really it. Like, I don't want anything that adds to the level of grind that we're doing, because that just doesn't seem like fun, personally. I like grind as much as the next person, but we already do a shitload of grinding here. So, like, I don't see a reason for me to do anything different, you know? I don't see a reason that we should actually make it more difficult. Because we will lose this world at some point. That is a thing that will happen. Like, we will lose this world. All the stone that we placed, all the dirt that we placed, every block that we placed will at some point be gone because we will die. And when we die, there's no second chances. The world is just poof, it's gone. The last world we lost by trying to jump over a pit of lava. We proceeded to miss the jump and dove directly into lava. Then we panicked and we used our rockets and tried to fly out of the lava instead of like trying to dig into the wall. And then we just flew into the wall and kaboom, we were done. I have no doubt that something stupid will also happen here whenever we die. No doubt in my mind whatsoever that something stupid will happen and we will die. Our first two worlds we lost by punching an iron... Well, we punched a villager on accident and the iron golem whacked us. Like, two-shot our ass and it was just over. So we've died twice to an iron golem now, and we have died once to lava for our hardcore series, so, you know. I'm sure death number 3 will also be something very similar. Or number 4, sorry. Number 4. I am quite sure it'll be something very, very similar. No need to speed up the process, you know. And if somehow we finish this base before the world ends, like that would be actually kind of crazy. We'll see. We will definitely see, all right? You won't? It's a good chance, you know? 50-50. Depends how long we actually stay alive and, you know, all the other stuff. $50-50. It all depends on you guys, honestly. Like, I only have one potentially dangerous reward. And whenever that is redeemed, we're going to make fire resistance potions so that we don't have a repeat of last time anyway, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We got it. Just need to go up one more, and then if we needed to, we could potentially put a farm in here of some kind. What do you think the easiest way of getting, like, bone meal is? What if we set up like a bunch of mini cactus farms and just had the cactus going into a composter or whatever? Do you think that would be like easy to get a bunch of bone meal, or do we just need to go ahead and make like a super overpowered moss farm? Probably moss farm, but I really don't want to, because the last one I forgot to shut off. I flew out of the area and it broke itself, which I don't love. Because I know that will probably happen again. We'll forget to turn it off and then it will break again if we build the super complex one, you know? So I just wonder if it's worth it, or we should do another method of getting bone meal. We're out of stone. Continue to be out of stone. Tons and tons and tons of cobble. What do we do with all this cobble? I have no idea. All right. Got like a layer and a half left of this, and then we don't have to worry about it anymore. And then I think I want to see just how deep we want to make the area here. Good. Let's do the final layer all the way up to the water's surface. And we need to get rid of that stone at some point too, still. Because that's the only reason we haven't put the glass on yet. It's the fact that we haven't added any of the stone out of there yet. Or all of the stone out, rather. Next thing I need to decide too is when we're going to dig this out, where am I going to put the storage for it? Because I really don't want to have to move it again once we start digging this area. So we're going to have to find an area that is like out of the way and we don't have to worry about it. Which probably means we're building a little cave or something. Also, stone and light blue look really good together. I don't know why, but they really do. Dun-dun. Dark. If we do dark, we're going to have to figure out ways of making that work. Dark means like black concrete and coal blocks and obsidian, crying obsidian. We're going to need a lot of obsidian if we do dark. Holy shit. A lot of obsidian. Just a tiny bit left here, and then we know the height of the water. And then we can start our actual building process right here. Not too bad, though. Still need to finish the archway at some point, which we still haven't done, which is crazy to me, but we need to do that at some point as well. Connect it to the mountain. So many things that we have like half finished in this world. So many things. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, we're so close. I don't want to sleep until we're done. I think we need to get a bunch of concrete. All right. Good. That is all done up to the correct layer now. We don't have to worry about that anymore. And we can go and get our materials. What do we think? How does green concrete look compared to green terracotta? I think that is something that I need to check. Concrete terracotta. Whoa. Concrete powder. There's the concrete. Concrete. Do we not have any green terracotta? Ooh, what if we use this? It's a little bright, but maybe. And then... Okay, those are different shades. And then lime. Okay. Okay. Those are pretty good shades. I like that. Maybe we can fit moss in there somewhere. How about cyan? No, cyan doesn't work at all in that. Cyan, no work. What about wool? Wool is slightly a different color. What about moss? Moss is slightly a different color. And mossy cobblestone. Slabs. Okay, that's like 7 blocks in there. What about lime glazed. What does that look like? How bright is that? It's very bright. It's very bright. It's got hints of yellow in it. I wonder if we start with that block then. Like, what if our palette is like the glaze along the bottom, the very bottom block. Bottom goes into lime. Then you'd probably need something to make those two colors kind of blend together, though. What about lime wool? How bright is lime in comparison? Okay, I think lime can go here then. Because those two are like similar in contrast. Then, but it feels like we need something to blend these two together. Oh, I think we're in ads as well. We're going to actually get up then and take a quick break. And when we get back, we're going to figure out this gradient. Be back in like 5 to 7 minutes. We're back. I'm going to lurk. Wait, do exclamation point lurk. I just fixed it. I just fixed the command. Go. Hit the lurk. I want to see if the trigger works. Lotion, baby. Yeah! It worked. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Got up, stretched, walked around a little bit. All's good. Alright, let's figure out this real quick. Where does the green... this goes here, probably. Then the green. Lime is like too bright, probably. I don't know what lime... actually, lime concrete is very bright, right? Very bright, and maybe we can use the cyan in here? No, that doesn't work at all. I feel like there's a color in between these two that I don't know. I'm not really good at color theory in that regard. Moss. We do want to use the green somewhere, so green probably goes... I think green goes there. That's lime. Then we got green wool. Then we got concrete. Then we got terracotta. And maybe we do this like this. And the mossy goes there. It's not really the blend that I was hoping for. Like, the rest is fine. This is the missing link, though. Okay. Hold on. What is a green-ish block that goes in between lime wool and lime terracotta? The block you're looking for is likely lime glazed terracotta, which has a distinct... Really?
Hey, I have...
Really? Hold on. Could it be melon? Do we think it could be melon? Hold on. Is there an actual chance that melon is the block in between those two? Food, melon. Is there a chance that that is the block? Because it could be. It does. It has both. It has the dark and the light. I don't think that's the block. I don't think that's the block. Unless it's this. What if we do that first? Is this darker or lighter than that? Don't know. Don't know. What about like some neutral color? No. That's not it. Emerald block, maybe. Prismarine block, maybe. Ooh, weathered copper. That could be it. It's not quite, but it's closer. It's closer. It's not fully oxidized copper. I think emerald is going to be too bright. Oh, I don't know what this missing block could be here. Like, we definitely need... If that was, like, textured differently, it could work. The fact that it's textured like that, I don't think it works. What about like a tough block, like a polished tough? What if you added the mossy into that? So you go like this and then that. These are too clashy. The moss like doesn't really go there. I feel like the lime is the next transition, but there's got to be something that I'm missing. Bamboo? Is bamboo green? Bamboo's green, right? Switch those two. And then have lime wherever it is. I think that might be it. I think that's the color. I think this is the gradient that we are going with. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It might be too many though. Cause our thing is not more than 8 blocks, I don't think. Let's take a look. How large is this? Why is there a creeper here? Oh, get sniped. So, let's just see. Bottom is at 57, so... How many blocks is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's exactly 8 blocks, so we have to cut that gradient by a lot. I do think lime glazed is at the bottom, though. Do you think that is the case? Okay, so we're going to need a lot of lime. Just going to put all these colored blocks in here for the moment, and we'll come back to them. Definitely not this one. Not using that, and we're not using tough. Not using clay. Yeah, so this is 8, so maybe we can skip. What if it just goes like this to that? What if it goes like that and we skip that? No, it has. You have to keep that one. So I think that we would skip probably that one. And I think that we're going to skip that one then, and we go 2, 4, 6. I don't know if I can make that one work, though, so maybe we just go 5 blocks. Maybe we just go like that then. Could work. Alright, we need lime glazed terracotta first, so let's get 2 stacks of that smelted. Actually, we probably need all 3, right? Let's get 3 stacks of that smelting, and then we'll figure it out. Lime, lime, and lime. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright, lime. We're gonna need a lot of blocks for this thing. I know I'm being really lazy about these blocks right now, but I just don't care. Like, I could have taken the time to put those blocks away, and I just cannot be bothered. And I just picked them back up. God damn it. Right. No chance we pick them up again. Excellent news. Shallows unironically needs to be deep. Let's try like here. The first block we dig down into is a fucking water cave. I am so annoyed already. Of course it is. Don't be water cave, dude. Alright, how far down would we like to go? Genuinely, like 24 should be low enough. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we go ahead and we get all this taken out so we can put our beacon down here on the final layer, not have to ever move this one until we're done. We're going to need to do this quite a bunch, but after we place this one, it should be much easier to get that going. And we're going to need to dig this in a very strategic way, I think. Which I don't know much about. Ooh, there's gold here. Nice. This is very, very, very deep down, though. Like, this is, 35-ish blocks more. It's going to be a problem. Gonna be a big freaking problem, huh? Oh, excuse me, Jesus. Bum 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 bum. Okay, we can take out one more layer and then we should be all right. A lot of gold down here already. The real question is, do we want to go deeper than this? I really don't think that is necessary. And we'd need to go up one more here. Need to dig out these big caves all over the place so that we can actually make a lot of the beacon beams. And I do think before we do this one, we're going to go to the nether. Like before we start digging this. God, excuse me. We're going to go to the nether and we're going to get ourselves a shitload of wither skulls so that we can actually do this. Alright, let's get our beacon all set. Get the beacon all set, and then we just have to dig up to the surface. Right here is where we're going up. All the way up to the surface, and we're gonna have to make so many of these holes that it's actually kind of ridiculous, but okay, and we got ourselves the beacon. Let's go ahead and sleep because it's dark as hell outside and it's raining. And we get our haste to, there we go. We're going to need to dig like a 2-block trench around this entire thing. Just so that we know exactly where we're digging and where we're not. So I guess we'll start on that. So first one goes all the way over here. Goes to right here, I suppose. What's the easiest way to do this? Just do full on, yeah. So some of it's going to be a little bit bigger, and I think that's fine. I just want to get like a sense of scale here to see what kind of trouble we're in for in getting this all dug down to that layer down there. Because I know it's a lot, but I want to see just how much exactly. How much are you? How big is this thing that we need to dig down all down? Get a little bit of a sense of a scale, and then we can figure out the actual like big gradient that we want to do for this. actually. The worst part is, like, from right here, I don't know actually how many more blocks this is under the ground. Because this could be easy, and this could also be very, very painful, depending on how deep this is. But we'll find that out very, very soon. Very, very soon. And then we really need to figure out where all of this is going. Because we do not want to have to move it again. Okay, we still haven't reached the bottom, and we're already out of inventory space, so that does not bode well. That does not bode well. Yeah, shocker. Fucking shocker, you know. That there is a underwater cave out down here. It's a total shocker. Definitely not surprised at all. Definitely not surprised. But easy fix. At least that one is. We're going to run into a lot more of those, I feel, but that is okay. Ah. I see. Huh. Do you see how deep this is? This whole damn base is a death trap until we finish. The mountains we could fall off of, this cliff we could fall off of. We haven't lit up half the base. Like, it's a mob trap. It's a big problem. We're still not at the bottom. This is a lot of blocks. This is like tens of thousands of blocks that we have to dig out here. Just based on this, like this is a lot of blocks. Dude, I can't. I can't. Are you kidding me, bro? Holy moly. Holy mackerel. How many water caves are we gonna run into down here? A lot. A fucking ton, dude. That's like halfway. We're out of space, though. So we need to deposit all of our stuff, because we're gonna need all of this. To a degree. Dirt we don't have any room for down here. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Alright, where's our sponges? They're over here. They're in the river, of course. Sponges in the river. Oh, wait. We need our hoe as well, or we cannot instant mine the things. Silk touch is fine. Doesn't really matter if it's silk or not for these. Okay, 59 is how many we need. Let's make sure that we get all 59 back. Be gone, underwater cave, dude. Holy guacamole, dude. Did we bring torches? No, why would we have brought torches, dude? That would make far too much sense. Far too much sense. Okay. Okay. We're missing one sponge. There it is. Alright. First underwater cave dealt with, I guess. Alright, so now we can continue going down, and half of this we need to fill in, I think. At least the stuff that's underneath this wall we need to fill in. Where's the wall go? Wall goes right here. And goes all the way to right here. Good. That's all that we need to get rid of right there, and we do need to get rid of this area as well. You'll never see it, so it just needs to go. Okay, let's continue our mining. Just want to get to the edge of this particular hole here, and we can kind of understand the consequences that we're going to have. Without it, we don't understand really what we're getting ourselves into, and I think we want to sleep this night away because we don't want stuff falling on our head. I know, shocker, we do not want things falling on our head, though. Okay, almost there. This is one edge, to be very clear. Literally one edge. There's the beacon. We still got a little bit to go, though. So one more set of two, and then we're down. Definitely going to be mobs in there, which we'll have to deal with eventually. Alright, just like that, we have our first tiny section that surrounds this. Dug. Ah, I see. Just push them all down the hole. Goodbye. You want pizza me? Pew. You want a piece of me? Can't handle me, buddy. It's a long way down. Just looking at this, it's a long way down. So like we could do this one kind of like up to that block, I guess. Makes sense to me. But it's gonna suck. Also, our inventory is full again, noticeably. Boy. Oh boy. Are we still replenishing over here? We are. Okay. Well, that's a good sign, at least. So that we can, like, add another beacon over here, should we desire it. But inventory problems already. And we don't want to add it here, because if we add it here, then we're actually doing a disservice to ourselves. Where would you want this many materials? You know? You feel me? Also, what level is this at? This is level 8. What level is this at? This is 20. Okay, so this is all fine. We wouldn't need to worry about this at all. Because it's like 4 blocks above this, so that's fine. That's good, actually. That's good news for us. Makes me kind of want to put our storage down here then. You know? Makes me kind of want to put my storage down there then, because I know we would never have to move it. Seems like a logical place, but if we collect all of these materials, we're I don't know what to do, basically. Because that's a lot of freaking materials that we will most likely never use, but I don't know. Part of me really does not want to let all that stuff despawn. It's like too many blocks to have despawn. Like, we'd feel really bad about it. Also, that's full. Gravel and our ores. Oh boy. Alright, let's get the chests, I suppose. 42 chests is not enough. 2 stacks of chests is probably not enough. 3 stacks of chests? Let's do 4, I guess. We need 6 more chests. 6 is 4 double stacks. Wait, 4 chests of 4 double stack, 4 chests, 4 stacks of chests. Don't know why that was so difficult for me to say. I guess this seems correct. You would do like 6 high. So the first one we want to do then is stone. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I guess. Ten times 6, 60 chests. Just for stone, that's gonna be not a whole lot. Like, it looks like it's a lot, but it really is not that many. It's really not that many. It's really not that many, huh? Like, it's a lot, but it's not. I guess that's fine, though. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 for dirt. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $60 chests for dirt, 60 chests for stone. I don't know. We pretty much need like at least 60 for everything, probably, if we wanted to like hold on to most of this. And even then, like we're gonna need significantly more. Significantly more, right? Dude, why do you keep doing that? Come. So 60 chests for stone and for dirt. $60 for stone, $60 for dirt. But then we need a lot more for what? A lot more for, we need andesite, diorite, granite, iron ore, coal ore. Copper ore. It's a lot. Because we'd probably want to do like this. And then... we could not, so you could access these, you wouldn't be able to access these because too close. So we'd have to do just in the middle. You'd have to do something like that then. So you'd have diorite, andesite, granite, and then we would need more for the ores. 3 more for the ores. 1 for the miscellaneous blocks, which... what miscellaneous blocks would we even get in here? Gold ore? Wouldn't get any deep slate. I don't know. Should be okay. Alright, we're gonna call it for today, though. We'll set up the rest of the chests, and then we can start actually digging this. But I know it's gonna be a real pain in the ass to fly down here every single time. So we might want to make, like, a tunnel to go to here first. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, thanks so much for watching, guys, and until next time, ciao.